Project High-Rise is a skyscraper building and management simulator in which you have complete control over every aspect of your building, down to where the walls go and the wires you want to run through them. But do you really have that much control in this game? To start off, that horror tone I was going for was not alluding to anything treacherous hiding beneath the surface of this seemingly on-beat title, unless you consider the evil sewer monsters that feast on the souls of the children in your sub-basement daycare to be horrific, in which case you'd probably also not realize that that is me being, once again, facetious. But wouldn't that make for an interesting premise in a game like this? But no, this game features a much more terrifying enemy. An enemy that we in the adult world are all too familiar with. An enemy that is always on the back of our minds and feeds off of our deadliest and darkest of fears. And unlike many enemies you will discover in your adult life, this one does have a name. Economic instability. Whew! Let's get back on track on this review. Project High-Rise captures me in a way a lot of management games don't. It strikes a line between making everything ridiculously difficult and monotonous and having a balanced but more importantly interesting and fun atmosphere. I found myself getting sucked into hour-long play sessions when I was only trying to get a cursory idea for the feel of specific aspects of the game for this review, and to that, I tip my hat to the developers. Or, because we're talking real estate, I tip my Donald Trump-inspired hairpiece. Now, into the nitty-gritty of it all. Gameplay-wise, High-Rise is sound. Like most management sims, you're trying to keep your money in the corner from hitting zero, or if you're me, trying to stop yourself from going so far under zero that you wonder how you're ever going to pay off your student loans for a piece of paper you're not even really f***ing using anymore. But it's not all about how well the game lets you balance your finances. I'm not buying a game to get yet another tax software. I'm buying a game to have fun. High-Rise definitely exceeded my expectations in this regard. While employing limits to what you can realistically build due to structural stability, the game remains fun and creative within the context of itself. You may not be able to build a vivid monument to the male genitalia, but you sure as hell can build a wonderful skyscraper that would be a proud landmark to see in any city. Or whatever the hell my monstrosity of a building complex turned out to be, but it makes money, so who am I to complain? Ha! Capitalism. Now let's go over some pros and cons. On the good side, this game employs some fun goals without having to provide you with specific missions. For example, at one point I really wanted to get into making an apartment complex on my tract of land. To get the kind of tenants I wanted to have on my property, I ended up having to install services that they would want in order to do so. Things like on-site dry cleaning or daycare, or for some uptight snobs, basic janitorial care and maintenance workers. Oh, look at me in my 2-bedroom apartment caring about my basic standards of living in my home. I'm such a special snowflake. Please. Well, at risk of using terminology that is usually associated with RPGs, I really felt like this aspect gave you the freedom to design your own quests. Whenever a game gives you the freedom like that, I respect it and get drawn into the fold even further. Like that one time I collected every book in Skyrim. Whew, good times. Long times, but good times. But then again, on the negative side, and I can't be sure this is a negative for me because I can't imagine I would have enjoyed this game if it was even a little bit more complex than it is, the game does tote itself as being open format for how you place the rooms in your building. To paraphrase the game's Steam page, you should be able to place every wall and every wire. Well, you do get to place the wiring and water hookups. It's tedious at best, and more or less dragging your mouse in a straight line several times. As for placing every wall, every unit from retail to medical office is a prefab, so you don't get to decide the size or layout of your office space and instead decide where within your structure these units go. For people like me, this may not be an issue, but for those who want the complex and detailed ability to design their towers inside and out, this could be a deal breaker. But at the end of the day, I think Project High-Rise has done one of the most difficult things it could possibly do. It succeeded in being a fun game. I definitely recommend this one to lovers of the genre and anyone looking for a laid-back, if intimidatingly awesome game. Thank you for checking out this review by GameX.io. I am Sam Cook, and I love having you guys check out our stuff. If you want to see more of the stuff that we do, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube, or you can go back and watch some of our old stuff. But we really hope that if you enjoyed this video, you give it a like, you give it a share, you give it a comment, you do whatever you can with it, because that's what we do. But I don't know, I'm going into a weird accent. I just want to say once again, thank you for watching this video, and have an awesome day.